Have you ever heard of people suddenly bursting into flames without any apparent cause? Sounds bizarre, doesn't it? Indeed, it's a curiosity that has puzzled scientists, baffled investigators, and fueled the imaginations of storytellers for centuries. Welcome to the perplexing world of spontaneous human combustion, or SHC for short. SHC is an unexplained phenomenon where, seemingly out of nowhere, a person's body ignites into flames without an external source of ignition. The flames are often fierce, reducing the victim to ashes while leaving their surroundings relatively unscathed. Yet no one knows precisely why or how this happens. Is it a freak accident of nature, an unfortunate interplay of the body's natural chemicals, or perhaps the result of a yet undiscovered physiological condition? The theories are as numerous as they are fascinating. As we delve into this mystery, we invite you to ponder the question, what could possibly cause such a strange occurrence? Could it be a rare genetic mutation or an extreme reaction to environmental factors? Or perhaps the answer lies in the realm of the paranormal. The truth is, we don't have all the answers, but that won't stop us from exploring this bizarre phenomenon in all its fiery glory. So let's delve into some astonishing cases of SHC and see if we can find some answers. Could you imagine the shock of discovering a loved one reduced to ashes while everything around them remains untouched? This is the grim reality of some SHC cases. One such chilling case is that of Mary Reeser, a woman from Florida who met a fiery end in July of 1951. Her son discovered her remains. She was reduced to a pile of ashes in an armchair, with only her left foot unscathed. The room around her remained largely untouched by the fire, a perplexing phenomenon that left investigators stumped. It was later suggested that Mary was a victim of spontaneous human combustion, an explanation that only fueled the mystery surrounding her death. Fast forward to 2010 in Ireland, where another puzzling case emerged. Michael Faherty, a 76-year-old man, was found burned to death in his home. The fire had been confined to the living room and the ceiling above his body, with no trace of accelerants or foul play. The coroner concluded that Faherty's death was a result of spontaneous human combustion, marking it as the first case to be officially recognized as such in Ireland. These are just two examples among several documented cases of spontaneous human combustion, where the victims are reduced to ashes in a localized fire, leaving their surroundings largely unaffected. It's a baffling phenomenon, one that has stoked fear and intrigue for centuries. What do you think could cause such selective destruction? Could it be a rare yet natural occurrence within the human body, or perhaps something more sinister? Could the victims have had a unique chemical composition that made them susceptible to combustion? Or could there be an external trigger that we are yet to discover? These cases certainly give us plenty to ponder, don't they? But what do the experts have to say? Let's delve deeper into the theories and explanations put forth by scientists and researchers in the next segment. So stay tuned and keep those thinking caps on as we continue to explore the enigma of spontaneous human combustion. Scientists and researchers have been scratching their heads over spontaneous human combustion for centuries. What are their theories? For starters, let's explore the wick theory. It suggests that the human body can become an inside-out candle. The body fat melts and soaks into the clothing, acting as the wax and the wick, respectively. The body then burns slowly, much like a candle, leaving little trace. Interesting, right? But wait, there's more. Some suggest a build-up of static electricity inside the body could be the culprit. They propose that static electricity, the same kind that gives you that pesky shock when you touch a metal object, may accumulate to such a degree that it triggers a spark, causing the body to burst into flames. Then there's the theory of methane buildup. This proposes that gases produced in the body, such as methane, accumulate to such an extent that they cause an internal explosion. This explosion then ignites the body fat, causing a slow burn similar to the wick theory. But these theories, as fascinating as they are not without their critics. Some argue that the wick theory doesn't explain why the rest of the room often remains untouched by fire. Others point out that the static electricity theory doesn't account for the fact that SHC victims are often found near potential sources of ignition, which would likely trigger a fire before the static electricity could build up to a dangerous level. And as for the methane theory, critics say that while methane is indeed flammable, the concentration needed for an explosion is far higher than what is typically found in the human body. So we're left with a conundrum. Each theory offers a piece of the puzzle, but none provide a complete picture. It's a bit like trying to complete a jigsaw puzzle with several pieces missing. Which theory do you find most plausible and why? While these theories offer some explanation, none can fully explain the mystery of SHC. Perhaps looking at historical incidents might shed some light. History is littered with accounts of spontaneous human combustion, some dating back to the 16th century, and yet the mystery remains unsolved. Throughout the ages, tales of this curious phenomenon have both fascinated and unnerved us. Let's take a step back in time to the 19th century, to the case of the Countess Cornelia Bandi. This Italian noblewoman was reportedly found reduced to ash in her room, with only her lower legs and 3 fingers remaining. Unsettlingly, the room around her was largely untouched by fire. This incident, like many others, led to a flurry of speculation and debate, yet no definitive explanation was ever found. Could the answer lie in the materials surrounding these victims? It's a question that's been asked time and again. In many reported cases of SHC, the surroundings appear mysteriously unscathed by the intense fire that consumes the victim. This has led some to theorize about the role of fire-resistant materials. In the past, materials such as asbestos were commonly used for their fire-resistant properties. Today, we have a wider array of fire-resistant materials at our disposal, from treated wood and glass to advanced synthetic materials. These materials are designed to withstand high temperatures and slow the spread of fire. But how do these materials factor into the enigma of SHC? Imagine a scenario where a victim of SHC is surrounded by fire-resistant materials. Could these materials somehow contain the fire, causing it to focus inward towards the victim? Or could they inadvertently contribute to the conditions that lead to SHC by creating a micro-environment of extreme heat? How do you think these materials might play a role in the phenomenon of SHC? It's a conundrum that continues to baffle investigators and fuel debates among scientists, historians, and mystery enthusiasts alike. The more we delve into this topic, the more questions seem to arise, don't they? So, we've looked at cases, theories, historical incidents, and even fire-resistant materials. But the question remains, what truly causes spontaneous human combustion? There are countless theories, but none that definitively solve this enigma. From the inexplicably charred corpses to the untouched surroundings, the mystery deepens. What are your thoughts on this baffling phenomenon? As we conclude this journey into the intriguing world of spontaneous human combustion, remember that the world is full of mysteries waiting to be solved. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive.